Thanks for tuning in to Tapped In. If you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed on the mats, come find your direction in our DFM Coaching BJJ School community. Now, let's get started.
Welcome to Tapped In. My name is David Figueroa Martinez of DFM Coaching, and today we're going to be discussing restaurant inventory strategy. Now, this is going to sound weird, and that title was a weird. So I have this concept that I have equated to running a restaurant. I have never worked food. Let me get that out of the way. But I have been in warehouses for a really long time. I've ran a couple of warehouses. I've worked in warehouses. I have conducted various inventories. So I'm well aware of that process and how inventories can get ballooned and how much that kills a restaurant or a business's profit line if you have too much inventory, too much merchandise that is not moving. That is my background. My other background is that I like to poke fun at my wife, who is Mexican, Puerto Rican, raised with her Mexican side. I like to poke at my wife and say that the majority of Mexican food is all the same in just a different form. If you're not from California, Texas, Arizona, this may not make any sense to you. But think about your own eating habits. If you go to a Mexican restaurant, the core of their inventory and their meals are rice, beans, carne asada, pollo, chicken, and tortillas, and they come in various different forms. A burrito, an enchilada, tacos, tortas, just the plate itself, and you can make a bunch of different dishes out of that core ingredient group, which is kind of wild. And I love to tease the wife, and I like reminding her Mexican food's all the same. And she'll joke and she'll laugh. And like, no, it's not. It's like, oh, it's all the same. It's all just a different form. A burrito is the same as a carne asada plate. Now, you can add fries to it. You can add some other things to it, but it's all relatively the same. Torta, enchilada, like, it's all the same. So the goal being, when I equate that to terms of like running a business, they get to do a lot of different dishes with the same core ingredients. That means that they don't have to carry as much inventory. Opposed to a restaurant that has 20 or 30 different dishes that don't connect and don't have the same ingredients. I may have made this point in another podcast or another episode. You have to carry more inventory when that happens. When you are a Mexican restaurant, you can carry less different types, I should say. If we can equate that to your jiu-jitsu game, the goal being you do not want to be a specialist, quote unquote, in 20, 30, 40 different techniques or sub-techniques. You don't want to have the mental load of having to remember to do this technique in this position, that technique when I'm in that position, and so on. Every position should involve a unique skill set. It really shouldn't. Now, are there techniques that are very specific to a specific set or a specific position? Yes. Those are outliers, not what I'm talking to. But when you can go and you can learn, you can do 2-on-1 from anywhere. You can do it from the bottom of half. You can do it from butterfly. You can do it standing. You can do it while having someone in your closed guard. There's a bunch of different uses for 2-on-1. Kimura is another example of a position, a grip that you can use from any position you find yourself in, literally any position. So the universal application of that technique is tenfold. It's hugely beneficial. The universal technique or application of the 2-on-1 is pretty universal in most positions. The same can be said for a host of other positions. If you become an armbar specialist, look at Ronda Rousey. She found ways to get into the armbar from various positions, top, bottom. Didn't matter to her. She would throw you in and get into an armbar. Because she was so specialized, she understood the mechanics of that armbar and that they apply the same way or very similarly in other positions. That's kind of what I want us to get at. I want us to start looking at our jiu-jitsu inventory and throw out the shit that is too specialized and too niche. Niche is great from time to time. But if I'm building a game and I'm new or I'm new-ish, I don't want a bunch of techniques that I have to have a mental load and a mental understanding of. I want a few techniques that apply to a bunch of different places. I want to know arm drag. Arm drag is beautiful. Do it from standing, do it from butterfly. You can do it from bottom half. You can do it from your close guard. Triangle is another great one. Triangle, armbar, omoplatas. Great techniques. They work in concert with one another, and you can apply it from different positions. Kimura, probably the most versatile of the entire group. And again, it leads to all the other variations. You can do it from the back. You can do it from north-south. You can do it when someone is trying to get an underhook from bottom of half guard. There are plethora of positions to use this thing in. I don't have to learn a new position or a new technique simply because the position is switched. Again, yes, there are positions that are very unique in certain situations that call for a very niche response. You're going to have those. But if you're trying to build a game quickly, try to shore up your inventory. You don't want to learn 20 techniques. You want to learn 5 to 10 that you can apply to a bunch of different things. I don't have to learn as much. I don't have to remember as much. And the idea that that muscle memory gets solidified tremendously. Like the arm drag, just for one. I love that arm drag. Standing, kneeling, butterfly, closed guard. It allows me to get to the back. It allows me to get to a top position. 2-on-1, same thing. It's so fucking useful. I get to apply it from various positions and I get the same responses. I don't have to learn a new response. I don't have to understand a new cadence or a new, well, I'm in this position, I got to learn these techniques. No. Find those techniques that are little chameleons. They apply themselves in various positions, so you don't have to learn everything, or you have to learn so much. The most common are the ones that I mentioned. But you could also go drill down in collar chokes. You can do collar chokes from the bottom of side control. You can do collar chokes from the top of side control. Closed guard. Some people can do them from standing. You can do them from mount. Like, huge benefit to learning that one. Not that popular. Like, I don't see a whole lot of people choking people from mount like that other than Hodger. But it'll come around. Jiu-Jitsu cyclical. It'll become popular again at some point. So if you can understand these specific dynamics that have applications and various responses, I don't have to carry that huge inventory or that mental load. I can then start applying it and getting good really fast. Because if you can learn, let's say I had you learn 2-on-1 arm drag and Kimura. Just those 3 techniques, you are going to be a handful. That can be the core of your game. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to be a handful. And on top of that, you're a handful because they apply to gi and no gi. I don't have to learn another subset. I don't have to learn another gripping sequence. They apply to gi and no gi. Slightly different when you're doing 2-on-1, like it's wrist and tricep, but works the same. Arm drag, same. Kimura grip, same. Like, I don't have to interchange things. I don't have to get to the gi and be like, well, what am I doing? I don't have to get to no gi and feel the same way. We're building games and approaches that allow us to understand jiu-jitsu far faster and get better really quickly. This idea that we have to wait 10 years to get good at jiu-jitsu, I think is going to be a thing of the past. I think our instruction modules and the way we approach instruction is evolving, thankfully. I think the addition of eco games is going to make people better, faster. And I think that it's going to create avenues for a rich, solid, core understanding of grappling that allows you to get better and become a threat to people, higher belts, far quicker than any other. We don't have to learn everything in jiu-jitsu. You really don't. Like, I don't have to learn spider guard. I don't have to learn large part. I don't even have to learn De La Riva guard or some of the other, like, lapel guard. I don't have to learn any of that shit. If I want to get really good, like if I had to redo me all over again, those are the three that I would focus on right away. And then guard-wise, butterfly guard. Butterfly guard, gi, no gi. I use it in every bottom position known because it allows me to get into things other than north-south. It allows me to get my hooks into things and levitate and pull and push, and I become a threat from down there. Again, we don't have to know everything. We don't have to be like these. We want to be subject matter experts. And a way to do that is to find these positions and techniques that are going to work in and out of various positions. If you have any questions on this or anything else, please hit me up. dfm.2099 on Instagram and Threads. Until next time, thank you so much.